Long before wind tunnels became a standard part of automotive development, one French engineer dared to ask a question that sounded almost absurd. What if a family sedan could travel nearly 20 miles per hour, faster without gaining a single extra horsepower? During the mid-1930s, most manufacturers believed speed came from larger engines, but aerodynamic specialist Jean Andreau believed the real enemy wasn't a lack of power, it was the air itself. Together with Peugeot, he created one of the most extraordinary experimental automobiles ever built, the Peugeot 402 Andreau. With its enclosed wheels, flowing bodywork, and enormous vertical stabilizing fin, it looked more like an aircraft fuselage than a road car. Many people dismissed it as an eccentric styling exercise, yet behind every unusual curve hid carefully calculated engineering. What Peugeot produced wasn't simply a prototype, it was a glimpse of what the company believed automobiles would become several years into the future. The story began shortly after the introduction of the standard Peugeot 402, already considered one of Europe's most modern production cars thanks to its streamlined appearance and hidden headlights behind the grille. Rather than stopping there, Peugeot invited aviation engineer Jean Andreau, a specialist in aerodynamics who had spent years studying airflow around aircraft and automobiles. Andreau wasn't interested in decoration. Every modification had to improve measurable performance. His objective was simple but ambitious: reduce aerodynamic drag as much as possible while maintaining practicality for everyday driving. Working alongside the famous coachbuilder Marcel Pourtout, the team completely redesigned the body around aerodynamic principles instead of traditional styling. Peugeot proudly unveiled the finished prototype at the 1936 Paris Motor Show, describing it as the car of 1940. It wasn't presented as fantasy, but as a realistic prediction of where automotive engineering would soon be heading if efficiency became more important than convention. At first glance, the Andreau looked unlike any Peugeot before or after it. The front fenders blended smoothly into the body instead of standing apart, the wheels disappeared beneath streamlined covers, and the roofline flowed uninterrupted toward an extraordinarily long tapered rear section. Towering above the tail stood the car's most recognizable feature, a large vertical fin. Many observers assumed it existed purely because aircraft looked fashionable during the 1930s, but its purpose was entirely scientific. At higher speeds, strong crosswinds could push streamlined automobiles sideways because the center of aerodynamic pressure acted too far forward. Andreau solved this problem by adding the fin, effectively moving that pressure rearward and improving directional stability, much like the vertical stabilizer on an airplane. Even the gently curved rear body reduced turbulence behind the vehicle, while the carefully shaped underbody minimized lift. Every panel served a measurable aerodynamic function rather than simply making the prototype appear futuristic. Beneath the revolutionary bodywork remained a surprisingly familiar mechanical package. Early design studies considered fitting a completely new Peugeot 508 engine, but development delays forced engineers to retain the reliable production powertrain instead. The prototype used Peugeot's 1,991 cubic centimeter inline-4, equivalent to approximately 121.5 cubic inches, producing around 70 horsepower. Power passed through an advanced Coachbuilder electromagnetic transmission, one of the most sophisticated gearboxes available during the decade. Unlike conventional manual transmissions, the Coachbuilder system used electromagnetic clutches that allowed exceptionally smooth and rapid gear changes with minimal interruption in power delivery. This meant the engineers weren't relying on extra horsepower to impress spectators. They wanted to prove something far more valuable, that intelligent aerodynamics could transform the performance of an otherwise ordinary automobile. The chassis itself remained closely related to the standard Peugeot 402, ensuring that any improvement could be credited primarily to the body rather than exotic mechanical modifications. Then came the moment when theory met reality. Engineers subjected the Peugeot 402 Andreau to extensive aerodynamic testing, comparing it directly with the standard Peugeot 402. The results were nothing short of remarkable. While the production car had an estimated drag coefficient of approximately 0.68, Andreau's streamlined body reduced that figure to around 0.38, an extraordinary achievement for 1936. That dramatic reduction in air resistance completely transformed the car's performance. Despite using the very same 70-horsepower engine, the Andreau prototype reached approximately 87 miles per hour, whereas the standard Peugeot 402 struggled to exceed about 71 miles per hour. Nearly 16 miles per hour had been gained without increasing engine output, reducing weight, or altering the final drive ratio. The only significant difference was the way the body interacted with the air, proving that aerodynamics could be just as important as horsepower in determining real-world performance. The Peugeot 402 Andreau also demonstrated that improved aerodynamics weren't only about higher top speed. Less drag meant the engine worked considerably less to maintain cruising speed, reducing fuel consumption while making long-distance travel quieter and more comfortable. The streamlined body generated less wind noise, and its carefully controlled airflow improved stability on open roads. Unlike many experimental vehicles of the period, this wasn't an impractical single-seat record car, built solely to chase speed records. It remained a genuine four-door family sedan capable of carrying passengers in comfort. Andreau believed future automobiles should become both faster and more economical at the same time, an idea that sounded revolutionary during an era when manufacturers simply installed larger engines whenever customers demanded higher performance. Looking back today, his philosophy feels remarkably modern, reflecting exactly the priorities that shape automotive engineering nearly a century later. Peugeot was impressed enough by the project to build 6 Andreau-bodied prototypes, an unusually high number for such an experimental design. Each served as a rolling laboratory, allowing engineers to study real-world aerodynamic behavior and refine manufacturing techniques. Unfortunately, the timing couldn't have been worse. As Europe moved toward the outbreak of World War II, priorities changed dramatically. Resources shifted away from experimental passenger cars, and ambitious research programs were quietly abandoned. The revolutionary Peugeot never reached production, not because it failed, but because history intervened. Remarkably, unlike many concept vehicles that were eventually scrapped, all 6 Peugeot 402 Andreau prototypes are believed to have survived. Some reside in museums, while others remain in carefully maintained private collections, preserving one of the most important chapters in pre-war automotive aerodynamics. Their survival allows enthusiasts today to appreciate engineering ideas that were almost lost before they ever had the opportunity to influence the wider industry. Today, the Peugeot 402 Andreau stands as one of the clearest examples of how true innovation often arrives long before the world is ready to embrace it. Nearly every principle demonstrated by this remarkable prototype, streamlined bodywork, reduced aerodynamic drag, improved high-speed stability, greater fuel efficiency, and the belief that intelligent design can outperform brute force, has become fundamental to modern automotive engineering. Yet in 1936, these ideas appeared almost unbelievable. The Andreau proved that engineers didn't always need larger engines to build faster cars. Sometimes they simply needed to understand the invisible force surrounding every moving vehicle. Its elegant curves weren't created for style alone. They were born from mathematics, experimentation, and a relentless pursuit of efficiency. And if you enjoy discovering forgotten engineering masterpieces like the Peugeot 402 Andreau, the brilliant minds behind them, and the incredible stories that changed automotive history, don't forget to subscribe to On Wheels. There are still countless forgotten legends waiting to be rediscovered, and some of the greatest innovations are hidden in the vehicle's history nearly forgot.